Welcome back to Bourbon Riders. In today's first pour series, we're going to crack open this Weller Special Reserve. Now this is a wheated bourbon from the Buffalo Trace Distillery, part of the Sazerac family of products. And if you've not Googled Sazerac, you really should read up about them. They are like the General Electric of liquors. They're huge. You wouldn't believe some of the brands that they own, and probably you have drank not realizing it's actually a Sazerac product. So we have been hunting this for a while. It's not a true unicorn. I mean, it's hard to find, but I did see it over the holidays. Now I would say that the Antique 107 or the Foolproof or the 12-year is a lot harder to find. I have seen the 12-year behind glass, and it's usually $200 and higher. So I would like to find the Antique 107. That is on my unicorn list. If you've not watched our In the Hunt of a Unicorn series, we talk about what unicorns we're chasing, and we go try to find them on the motorcycle. And the Weller Antique 107 is on that list. So I've never had Weller before, so we're going to give it a first pour. So unfortunately, you won't get that pop sound. So I want you to close your eyes and imagine you're in a little French cafe and someone has brought out the Wellers and it's got a cork, and you hear, wow! That was a great sound. I just love that Weller. So, give it a little sniff. Whoa. I've smelled wheated bourbon before, and I don't remember swelling. Stop. I have smelled wheated bourbon before, and I don't remember an aroma like that. So, let's... Love that sound. So the fact that it doesn't have a cork doesn't keep me from enjoying it, and it shouldn't keep you from enjoying any bourbon. So let's look at the color. A good medium amber. It's got a moderate amount of oil, not excessive. I would say it's not dry, but yeah, I can see the oil coming off of it. So it's got a moderate amount of oil, which sometimes will leave a lasting finish. So I don't have a problem with oil being on the glass. I just always kind of look for it. So let's see what the nose says. I smell some cherry. Brown sugar maybe just a little vanilla, baking spices. You know, I've watched countless YouTube videos that when describing the aroma, some people say it's like a medicinal cherry or a Luden's cough drop. I think more baked cherry pie, or that's not sweet enough, cherry tart. It just came out of the oven. That's what that reminds me of, a cherry tart. That's a nice smell. It really is. I mean, it's kind of like you really hope that the aroma translates to the palate. Let's find out. Cheers. First taste, you always pick up the little bit of ethanol first, followed by, I get the spice, and then that fruit, dark fruit, maybe cherry coming through, still sweet. baking spices. The finish doesn't last quite as long as I thought it would with the oil that I was seeing on the inside of the glass. That's surprising to me. I thought the finish would last longer. Or maybe come up with a different, entirely different flavor on the back end. Well, let's try again. Second was better. Typical, right? Get a little bit of nice, light Kentucky hug going. The proof is probably, I think the proof's only 90. Yeah, it's only 90, so you really don't taste the proof. But smooth. Like I said, this is a wheated bourbon, so it doesn't have any rye in it. I don't remember the actual percentage of wheat versus other items that might be in it. The website says about this on Buffalo Trace, the original wheated bourbon whiskey features an exceptionally smooth taste, substituting wheat for rye grain. Bottled at 90 proof, this bourbon stands out with its burnt orange color. Is that burnt orange? I'm a little bit colorblind, so maybe it is. So, Wine Enthusiast magazine says, replacing the rye grain in our recipe with wheat provides an exceptionally smooth taste. W.R. Weller is a truly outstanding buy. Well, I would agree. At $35, this stuff is great. I had to ask for it. And I think that may be the trick. That items like these are not going to stay on the shelf long. But a lot of people will not necessarily put all their stock out. So I would say if you don't see a Weller's and you see that they've been restocked, and I was in a store in Peachtree Corners, and I noticed that all the shelves were full. They looked like they just got stocked up with everything. So I told the guy I'm basically looking for allocated or hard to find products, and one of the ones I was looking for was Weller. And he says, green label? And I had to think about it a second. Which one's the green label? Oh, see, at that point, I didn't care. So I said, sure, green label's fine. A couple minutes later, he comes down with the green label in his hand. And I thought, like, okay, how much is this going to cost me? What's this cost? I said, I think it's in the mid-30s, 34, 35, something like that. So I said, sold. Sold, baby. I didn't actually say that. I'm making that up. I went to the register and it was $34.99. I'm happy to pay $34.99 all day based on what I'm smelling and tasting here. This is a outstanding sipping bourbon. This would be good. Oh, this is good. This would be good with anything. The reality is, I probably wouldn't eat anything with this. It's just so good, I wouldn't want to ruin the taste of it by putting something into your mouth and then like, oh, no, that don't taste right. All you need is this. This is your dessert right here. We have a new series coming up. It's called Where's Weller? Where I challenge myself to pick the Weller out of 3 wheated bourbons. Now, this is probably going to be a short series because I'm not going to keep buying wheated bourbons until I don't find wheated bourbons anymore. But I want to see just how unique this taste is amongst the other wheated bourbons, whether I can pick it out every time. So check back with us. We'll have that series coming up soon where we find the Weller in a sea of wheated bourbon. We hope you liked this video and will subscribe for other content. We're always trying to find new ways to find, enjoy, and challenge ourselves with new bourbons. See you next time. Sold. Sold, baby.